raise your hand so we can get a microphone to you so that way we can get the question on the quote service.
Well, we really had no real fight or viciousness to our game. We didn't really rebound. We did turn it over 15 times. Couldn't make a three. Other than that, I thought that we showed some good signs. The only good news is last year when we played Campbellsville, it was kind of the same. We had 24 turnovers and whatever assists. We couldn't make a shot. We looked discombobulated. It was kind of the same. And then we came out and started playing a little bit better. The thing with a game like this, I think Pikeville came out, which every team we play does, with a high energy level, aggressiveness. They were pretty big kids. I mean, they were seniors, and they banged our freshmen around. And if we learn from this, this was a great game to play. If we don't learn from this, we got to do it some other way. I got to get them to understand, and that means probably got to get meaner, which I don't like to do. Just learn. Just you know what just happened, and let's get better. And it wasn't just this guy, that guy. I mean, right up and down the line at every position. I mean, I just couldn't take seeing a free ball and their guy just pushing us out of the way and grabbing it. You can't. We don't win that way. My teams, we get that ball. So, questions?
John, what did you think of Brandon?
I thought he played pretty well. I mean, look, again, he's got to get a feel for how we're playing. He's got to get understand, like we start the game, you can't just drive in the first play of the game. I mean, you got to get everybody involved. He's got a green light, so get everybody involved. When you see spots, go take the plays. But what he does and what I like is he has a fight. When he saw we were dying, he just took it and drove it. Like, if these guys, I'm going to do it. So at times, I'm going to let them just go. If no one else wants to do it, go do it all. But we can't win that way. We've got to have him run our club. He's a scoring guard who needs to run our club. We only had 7 assists. Now, part of that was because we couldn't make an open shot. We had all kind of open shots and missed them all. And this is the team that, you ask me, that's one of our strengths, is that we shoot the ball. But we got to do it with numbers on our back and people in the seats. We got to do it then. You know, I mean, offensive rebounding, that's got to be one of our main things. I mean, we've got to be a team that really goes in offensive rebounds. And today, again, you know, we had some of our guards got them, but you're not going to get them in a real game. A 2-guard or a point guard are not going to offensive rebound in a real game. You got to go back. But this is one of those games that I'll go back and watch the tape, and we just got to start figuring out. You know, we changed a little bit of the transition for this game because I felt more comfortable, and I do now, on what we're trying to do to make it simple. We did get to the rim and drew fouls, which is what the dribble drive is supposed to do. But we still I didn't see the fight. But these kids don't understand. They don't get it yet. And, you know, it's not, the advantage we had last year is that they could go back to practice, and we have enough guys that if you didn't play, you got dunked on or scored on. That's what you miss. So then you think you're working hard, and you come out to a guy that's really working, and it shows. And it shows. So, you know, we've got to do some things in practice. I said, I've got to make these practices rougher. We've got to get more physical, physical without fouling, but we got to get more physical. Guys got to accept it, you know, and figure out. The small lineup wasn't particularly good today. I mean, if there's no energy, you can't play small guys. Doesn't work. So we were better with one of those big guys in there with the smaller guys, and one of them's got to come off the bench, just how it is. Unless they want to really go in there and fight and go crazy, then you can play that kind of lineup.
John, is there anything going on with the walk-ons or any other way to add more depth for practice?
Well, here's the problem. I'm not going to put guys on there just to put them on. And if I don't feel comfortable with anybody, we'll stay how we are. And it is an issue, but I'll be honest with you, I had this same situation in 95, 96, exactly the same. I think I had 8 guys on scholarship and 4 walk-ons. something like that, if I remember back. And you know, we got to play. That team was a little bit more of a veteran team. We got to play together better. I mean, we just trying to figure each other out and, you know, create for each other more. You're not just running this to just so you can go get something. You're doing it to see if you can get something. If not, figure out where your teammates are. And you know, we're not there yet. This is gonna be a daily chore. The biggest thing is, are we in shape? I'm not sure we are. Are we physical enough? I know we're not. We're not tough enough. We don't play vicious enough. Do we find each other on the court? We don't. Are we skilled enough? Yeah, this is one of my more skilled teams, no question about it. So they should be playing together better. So I think some of it is we're just going to have to force it in practice. If they pass on a guy, we stop. No, you need to pass that. Pass the ball. You know, if they're not being physical enough, we've got to have some remedies for that.
John,